Hello, friends. How are we doing tonight? I hope everyone's well. I am, guess what? Look it up. Doing my 319th presentation. I keep my list of presentations like, here we are. I'm doing my 319th presentation on Leizi. She is the Chinese goddess of lightning. So we're going to explore Leizi. There's not a whole lot about her that you can find on the internet. And her name means Leizi. See, her original name was Dian Mu as a human. But her name, it turned into Leizi when she became immortalized, when she became one of the divine ones, the deities, and the wife of Lai Gong. And who is Lai Gong? The god of thunder, the mighty god of thunder, who strikes down the sinful, the evil doers, and those energies that are harmful, all under the Jade Emperor's command. And Leizi became very important, not just among the immortal deities, but important to Lai Gong and important to the Jade Emperor himself. So, if you don't know who the Jade Emperor is, look him up. So, he's the Emperor. He's the Emperor of the gods and goddesses, of course. And one day, he deserves his own presentation, and one day I shall do it. So, Dianu. Well, Leizi is important to Lai Gong because she lights the way for thunder. You see, let's talk about this. Before the people knew about what made thunder and lightning and tornadoes and hurricanes, they thought that it was the thunder that struck you down, because that's, you hear that, like, even animals jump, everyone jumps. And, even to today, in modern society, you're like, oh, what was that? Yeah. Like, you see the flash, and that can be imposing itself, but it's that boom. And if you ever been close to lightning, it's not immediate boom. It's bzz, boom, like boom, like it's like, and you could smell the ozone, and it's pretty frightening when you almost get struck by lightning. And I lived in Florida, and that's pretty common. Yeah. And it's pretty common just to actually have things in your home shake. Same thing in New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans, Louisiana. I mean, it's pretty scary. And you can even smell the ozone get in your home. Like the burnt oxygen, just the ozone smelling. The smell of the ozone, so yeah. So they thought it was thunder that struck you down. It's actually the lightning itself. So anyways, let's get on to who Leizi was. She was, and her shows, she was a good woman. She was a peasant. Her and her mother were poor. And at this point of the story that's important, it was just her and her mother, her elderly mother. And they honored what they had, but what was important to Dian Mu was her mother. And her mother asked, why don't you get married, Dianmu? You should have a family by now and just forget about me. And she said, no, mother, I can never forget about you. She was the dutiful daughter, taking care of her elderly mother, making sure her mother ate, making sure her mother was, clean, making sure the chores were done for her mother. And her mother would say, I'm such a burden. And her daughter would say, never say that. I love you. You took care of me as a child. I'm going to take care of you. So, she was loyal. Wow, I'm going to bring tears. Loving and respectful and full of honor. So she may not have much, but her heart was rich and her attentions was wealthy. Her soul was worth that what we have billionaires today would be worth that of billionaires, of many billionaires put together. So, yeah. And her mother would always try to convince her to marry this man or this man. And goes, oh no, this one gambles too much. Oh, this one doesn't, isn't serious. Or this one doesn't pay enough attention. Or this one, is not good. But she always took care of her mother. Now, all they really could afford was not such good food. And one day the only thing they could afford was rice husks. And she cooked the rice husks, and her mother had problems with it, with her teeth. And so Dianmu took the husks and then she threw it out because her mother could not, it was hurting her mother. And she threw it out. Well, Lai Gong was always told to punish those who do these wrong things. And he was mad, you see, when he saw Dianmu throw it out. And you got to understand, see, in the stories, when Lai Gong, the god of thunder, would come, he would come, and sometimes with, a legion of spirits, but there was no one to light the way. So when he punished wrongdoers, sometimes he punished innocents. And sometimes when he went to strike, innocent people got struck. Okay, they got struck down. And that was the end, my friend. They were gone. They were sent to the kingdom of Yama to be, the Yama is the Lord of Death. And they were sent to him to be judge. But he didn't have any way to light his way, so he could not see. Well, he did happen to see Dian throw away the husk, and he says, how dare she do that? It's such a sin to waste food. So he struck her down. And now who takes care of her mother, right? Her elderly mother is by herself. And Lai Gong himself has a frightening appearance. While his skin is dark color, even seen dark blue, and his features are that like a dragon. So remember this. He's imposing figure. Well, she gets sent to the underworld, and she is being judged. And Yama said, well, you were sent here, you were struck down by Lai Gong. And Dianmu didn't understand. And she told Yama, she told the King of Death, I wasn't wasting any food. And she told her side of the story while being judged. Well, Yama looked it up, and he was like, oh dear, she's right. And he went to the Jade Emperor. Lai Gong struck another innocent down. We gotta fix this. This lady is pure of heart. She is good. She's not just like your average person. She is good inside and out. Every fiber of her being is just and good and honorable. And Jade Emperor was wondering, can I? And Yama's like, no. Oh, what to do? The Jade Emperor is thinking what to do. Oh, I know what to do. So he called the soul of Dianmu, and he said, I have an important mission for you. You will now be the light to light the way for Lai Gong, so that he can see better. So it was said that she was given mirrors, and that she would shine a light on where Lai Gong is to strike. And now, it was even said, even then, it wasn't a perfect system, but it was a lot better. So that the storm spirits can now see. And now Lai Gong can now, so she can say, okay, right there, strike there, and boom. But we know it's lightning that causes the thunder, not the thunder that causes the lightning. Okay? But myths are also stories were of the deities and the energies, and to explain things. So Lai Gong means thunder, and so Leizi means the wife of Lai Gong, the wife of thunder, and that she is the light. She lights the way and lights the path. So yes, she is married. She was married by the powers that be, the Jade Emperor, to this imposing figure, the god of thunder. And through the romanization, romanization, Lai Kong, he's called. Okay. So Leizi, Dianmu, is mother of lightning. She becomes Dianmu, and she's still called Dianmu too, because that represented her heart, her pureness. Dianmu means mother of lightning. Leizi means the wife of Lai Gong. So she was once human who became deified. Lightning. And she lit the way so that less innocent people would be struck. So even in Chinese Buddhism, we see that in some sects that Dianmu worked with other weather spirits, deities, to help the Buddhists, the Buddhist monks and people who believed in the Buddha, instead of the bad energies and negative energies. So she's respected that she helps the innocents. And we see even in modern times we have storms that were named after her. There was Typhoon Diamu, also called Helen, that struck Japan as a super category 5 storm. Wow, right? There was also one that struck Indonesia, Tropical Storm Diamu. In 2016, there was also another one in 2021. as I recall, Dianmu. And it was also a severe tropical storm. Not 2000. It's not 2000. 2010. 2010. Sorry. So there was so there were 4 storms, especially a severe. What was that? Shoot. Tropical storm Dianmu. What was it? It was a 180 miles per hour. That's what almost 180 or 185 miles per hour wind. Whoa! I don't want to be in that. Oh no no no! And that's the one that hit Japan. I'm up to 15 minutes. Wow. I feel like I'm only doing 5 minutes. Ooh wee. So Dianmu even appears in a novel. You know this, right? Journey to the West. And by Wu Cheng'en's. It's a novel, Journey to the West, and she appears in his novel. So I've already talked about it in some of my about Journey to the West in some of my presentations. And it was published during the Ming Dynasty. So, and things like the Monkey King and stuff. Anyway, I'm getting ADHD moment. Let's go back to Leizi. So, the Jade Emperor made her a goddess. And Lai Gong was responsible for caring for Leizi. So now he has to care for her. So he has to take care of her. He did kill her. He did make that decision. So what can you do? He had a, it's karma. But in a good way, right? It works out. So we talked about like different spirits follow Leizi, and I already talked about Feng Po Po. She is the old lady Wen. You remember I talked about her? Feng Po Po? There's also like different spirits like Yu Shi, and he is the master of rain that follows them. And then there was Feng Bo, and eventually Feng Po Po takes Feng Bo it from a male to a female, and his position was usurped by Feng Po Po, let's not talk about Feng Po Po because I'm gonna start talking about her and get off subject. And this is how you know I don't have a script. So she is the mother of lightning, and I do have to give credit where credit is due. Oh dear, I'm sorry guys, but this card comes from and I usually do this in the beginning. I'm so sorry. It's Goddess Power Oracle, a 52 card deck and guidebook. And it's by Colette Baron-Reid. And I usually give credit where credit is due in the beginning. I always will get it. Give credit. I should put it in the comments of this YouTube channel. So, illustrated by Jena DellaGrotraglia. So let's look at this card. Look how beautiful it is. And it says Revelation. She is a goddess of revelations and revealing things and showing things. So it's beautiful. So she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, but she's also powerful. And we see the dragon. See the dragon and the lightning? And it looks like a heart here. But she's revealing something. She's telling you something. So that things will come to light. Things to be revealed. She's telling you, look. And you see like images in here. Like, it just looks so... How can I say it? Not just celestial, but very spiritual. Like there's pictures within the picture. Like you could see images here if you pay attention. She's telling you, look, pay attention, look deeper. Look between things. Look between the reality. Look at the reality. Look at the fine print of things. Read between the lines. Observe. See things for what they are and what power is behind it. You see? Like it's like watermark. Look at that. Yeah, she is powerful. And you don't mess with lightning. She is electricity. She is the light. She is the way. What number is this? 29. So I'll just read some of this. Empowerment message. There are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant, like a flash. Okay, interjecting, flash of lightning, a flash of eureka. A eureka moment, right? So we'll go back to reading. It's as if you are able to simultaneously perceive every facet in a diamond. Okay, I need more light. You know without a doubt that you are on the right track as deep understanding sinks into your very soul. In this moment, change and transformation take place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Now is one of those times the Chinese goddess Leizi, mother of lightning, brings revelations into your life with a flash. She gives you this as a result of all the hard work you have put into dismantling your old self and making space for who you want to become. This is a very auspicious time. So it's quick. It's spontaneous. It's a eureka moment. That's how I'm interjecting right now. So it's wake up, look around you, be aware, and you will perceive and understand. So let's go back to this. So, and look at this Goddess Power Oracle Guidebook. You can get it at Amazon, eBay, local occult store, New Age store, or bookstore. And if they don't have it, have them order it or get it from Amazon, eBay. Alignment message. Sometimes life throws you a curveball and it feels like you've been hit by lightning. Perhaps a romantic partner betrays you suddenly. An illness strikes someone close to you. A job you expected fell through. The new employee turns out to be a dud, or you get a huge tax bill. No matter what the subject, your task is to pivot and course correct according to the needs of the event, even if you don't understand what's happening. Don't second guess yourself. Some things are not meant to be predictable, and detours may be exactly what you need. I'm going to go back. So, ask Leizi to light the way. Ask your spirits to light the way, to show you a way, to shine for you. Let's go back to reading. Loss or bad news aren't the only options in this situation. Revelation. Hey, where did my cats go? They usually interrupt everything. So anyway, back to reading. You may have just been offered something you've always wanted, such as a proposal from a lover, a better job, or the chance to move. Your tendency might be to try to control the circumstances or worry you may not be prepared for the change. The goddess Leizi reminds you that the great goddess will never give you more than you can handle. Your alignment task is to surrender to what is in front of you. You can do this. Some of this really speaks to me. Just had to pay a credit card bill. We just got the car to register fee. And yes, I did make a move. And yes, it's from March. I moved from one state of Florida to another state. So, and sometimes we just got to accept with it and light up the shadows, light up the dark, to understand. And let Leizi guide the way. Let Dianu guide the way. We do know that Lagong is short-tempered. He's a short-tempered guy. He's like, you know. So, and the Jade Emperor, or also called Yudi, is he's a representation of the primordial deity, the great one. But in oh my God, Teus theology, here I go. He assists someone else, and what was his name? Yuanshi Tiazon. See, I remembered. Gotta just tap my head there. Who's one of the three pure ones? Oh, I'm getting off subject. ADD. Bing, bing, bing. Where's my cats? They always like to distract me. Uh-oh. And if you know my channel, we got the 4 C's. We got cats, craziness, cuteness, and chaos. I call it the 4 C's. So, back to Dianu. Is that she is the revealer. She's the guide. She shows you the revelation. So I think I left someone out of the Storm team. Team Storm. I know I did. Okay. Yeah, I did. Yoon Jong-ji. I said it wrong. Yoon Jong-ji. Yoon Jong-ji. I hope I'm pronouncing it. Yoon Jong-ji. Did I get it right? I hope I did. And he's the young lad, the young man, the young guy who's able to make and create the clouds. So, yeah. Yoon Jong-ji. Like I said, Yushi, who controls the rains. And how he does the rain. Oh, here I go off topic again. He dips his sword into a bucket of water, right? And with the sword, he allows it to drip down his blade onto the land and to the seas, onto the earth below. So, what else can I say about her? Let's see. Mirrors. Mirrors are important to her. You can honor her with mirrors. What can we do? We can give her rice. and incense, mirrors. We can give her shiny, pretty things. We can give her things that light up. We can put pretty lights on her altars and pretty candles to light the way. Or just a simple candle. Because remember, she was a simple woman. So simple offerings are good. And they come from your heart. Rice cakes, rice. Anything made with rice. We can remember to take care of our mothers and fathers, and to take care of those in need in honor of her, those who are disabled. Maybe you have that old neighbor that can't get to the store. Maybe you can help her. And share what you have. Maybe, help innocent animals. And stuff like that. And to take care of those who have taken care of you, to pay back, but also to pass it, pay it forward. Those are the things we can give her. We can give her fresh water. We can give her pretty flowers. So, to honor her, when you see lightning, say, Hail Leizi. When you hear the thunder, Hail Lagung. Right? Lagung. And to respect the storms. Respect them. Have a healthy respect for them. Because I always say, if you throw caution to the wind, sometimes the wind will throw you far. And it won't be good. So anyways, Leizi, yes, is still worshipped today. And I'm glad to have her in this card because I couldn't teach about her before. I didn't have an image of her. I would only have to have images of lightning. But I'm so glad I have this card because it's so beautiful. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I know it's kind of short and I usually do long ones. And I hope you have healthy respect for storms. And I know some people love to be out in a storm, and that's great. And storm water is also good to collect and to, what I want you to do is to pay it forward to people. And to also remember those who helped you. And to also, take care of yourself. That's what I want. That's how you can pay me back for this. And also another way you can pay me back is to like and subscribe. I don't make a dime off this. I don't even have a Patreon account yet. Maybe one day I'll set one up. Who knows? Maybe one day, maybe. I always say that. Maybe one day. I've been doing this since 2020. I actually been doing Facebook Live before that, and I used to also teach in groups. So, and when I taught in group, I may have, people tip me a few dollars, or gave me a pretty stone, which I appreciate everything, but didn't ask for anything. Anyways, but thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Share my video with your friends and family and your internet, whatever you use, your whatever social media you have, and tell people about my channel. And as always, blessed be.